Hi, my name is Kim Andersen, and thank you so much for purchasing the Silver Edge 2 from Illusionist. If you already own the Silver Edge Volume 1, you have a basic understanding of how to use these super strong magnetic half dollars. In Volume 2, I'll take you much deeper into performing magic with these coins in obvious and maybe not so obvious ways. I'll teach you productions and vanishes. There's click passes, a coins across. I'll throw a knife into the mix, and I'll even play around with the physical laws of nature. Silver Edge Volume 2 has material for the beginner as well as the advanced coin magician. And remember, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. I'll be happy to help you out. Once again, thank you so much for supporting my work. It means a lot to me.
That's a dollar, yeah?
That's a dollar.
Okay.
It's an American dollar. It's an American silver coin. I have a couple of these. These are all from 1878. It doesn't really matter what year they're from, but it's a beautiful, beautiful piece of art, actually, if you ask me. And I'll show you something. I'll show you something with them. Watch.
Where did it go?
I don't know. Watch.
How are you making that easy?
But I feel cool while doing it. I'll show you something. You have a beard as well. I do this. One of them goes here every time. Every time. Watch. Ow! That hurt. So I know there's no more in there. There's a second one. Look at my leg here. Okay, this is the cool thing. If I find the right spot here, I think, yes, one coin goes through the fabric.
No way, man.
Fabric.
Are you kidding?
Seriously, I know. Seriously, that's it. So 1, 2. That's the thing. That's how what happens. Watch my arm up here. Pull out. Ow! The third one.
I can't believe this, man.
Me neither. But watch. This is the best part.
How many coins you go on you, man?
I don't know, but I'm fucking broke, man.
I know. It's unbelievable.
I'm broke.
Oh my God, you're broken because you lose money all the time. Thank you very much. That was pretty easy, man.
Thank you.
Crazy, not easy.
Thank you. Easy.
Thank you very much.
So you own this place. You run this place.
One of the managers.
You're one of the
I
managers.
wish I owned this place.
Nice. So I have to behave when I'm here.
No, absolutely, it's fine. No worries.
You know what? I've never run any places at all. I'm a magician. I perform magic. Have you performed magic in your life?
Once someone performed that.
Oh, but you've never tried it yourself.
Never tried.
You know what? I can't teach you in 5 minutes, but I can show you how you can start learning magic, okay? The most important thing is a magic wand. I don't have a magic wand, but you have a knife. You have a table knife. Can you confirm this is a knife from your restaurant here? Or you can pick anywhere.
Right. No, absolutely.
So this is one of my favorite things. This is known as the wand spin. Okay, don't do it here because you can poke an eye out. But go home and practice that. That's very important. But that's three rules. So don't accidentally cut yourself because that really hurts. That's a bad thing. Okay, bad thing. Secondly, remember to loosen up the wrist. Okay, loosen up the wrist so you don't hurt yourself, injure yourself. And thirdly, when you've done the wand spin, remember to take the applause when you produce the 3 silver coins. I know.
Was it on here or you moved from there?
I pulled them out of nowhere, man. Watch this. I'll show. These are American half dollars.
Yeah.
These are from the United States. Eagle on the back. Yeah, like standard American currency. Watch, and I'll show you something that this will blow your mind. You're gonna love this. Watch. Do this. It just looks so stupid. Yes, you can applaud, of course. You can applaud. Applaud. You can applaud all you want. It's good. So it's basically, and then you bow and people clap and it's fun. But look, this is the best part. This is the very best part. I go, and that's the cool thing. I don't know if you saw it. It flew all the way over there. It's like a.
You're very good.
That's right.
You're very good.
I know. Thank you. I'll just grab this from behind your ear before we leave. I know your wallet's not going.
I have the coin.
No, I'll keep this. I'll keep it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Thank you for letting me try.
Long time to get my name. But anyway.
Nadir, I'm going to show you something. This is, have you seen these before? These are American half dollars. These are, on one side they have like an eagle, on the other side they have a decapitated president. It's a really weird tradition they have in the States, right? 1 and 2. Okay, so this is what I'm going to show you. 3 coins on my thigh, okay? I'll take these coins one at a time and put them in my left hand. It looks like this. I'll take 1 coin from my thigh, and that leaves... Oh, sorry, I dropped one, I think. So, did you hear that? No. You know what? Don't worry. I can improvise. Let's just use two. Okay, we'll use 2 coins instead. Nadia, I'll do this just for you. I'll take 1 coin from my leg. Okay, and that. Holy, sorry, I don't know what happens. This is going to be really expensive for me, Nadia, if I can find it. Oh, sorry, I'll just borrow that from behind your ear. Don't worry about that. Sorry, it just flew all the way up there. So 2 coins, Nadia. I'm going to do this with 2 coins only. Holy fucking Christ. I don't know what's going on. Oh! Did you put something in the food you made for us? Or?
No, probably not.
You know, Nadia, let's try this again. I'll try. We'll just start from the beginning, okay? I'll take 1 of these coins and I'll put it in my... I'll put it in my hand, right? I'll take the 2nd coin, Nadia. I'll put it over here in my hand, okay? That's the thing. 3rd coin in my hand. You know what? Sorry. Oh, sorry, Nadia. Sorry, we had Chinese earlier today. That's really bad. You can check these out. It's beautiful.
I believe that.
Beautiful
This
coins.
is fucking amazing.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, boss.
Magic set, like Marvin's Magic or something. I got a Danish set, a magic set, but it was a used set, so it didn't have a magic wand in it. And I was like, oh, I can't do magic without a magic wand. So I grabbed whatever I could find around the house. In this case, this is a butter knife. You can examine this. This is smear butter on bread with it and stuff. So what I learned to do was the most important thing in magic. It was the wand spin. Ooh. I can do that again and be more impressive. Ooh. It looks pretty cool, but it's dangerous. It's dangerous because it's a knife. You can cut yourself. So 3 rules. 1, don't cut yourself. It hurts like really badly. Secondly, warm up those joints. That's important. You can do this with me. You can do this. Oh, it's very important. Yeah, like exactly. And the 3rd thing, when you warm up the joints, remember to take your applause when you produce the 3 silver coins. Thank you so much. Okay, great. Watch this. 1, 2, 3 coins. These are from America. These are American half dollars. You might have seen these before. Okay, yeah. It's not like Brendan's. They're big and they're worth more, but these are like really nice coins. Okay, I'll show you something. Watch. 1, 2, 3 coins and my trusted magic wand knife thing. Okay, I'll do my wand spin. Go. And thank you very much. And I bow and everyone claps and it's fun. This is my favorite part. Watch. I'll go. Oh, sorry. And it's gone. This is one of those things I can't really explain it, but it's a nice moment for me. It's good. Yeah, thank you so much. Oh, what's that? Oh, yeah, sorry, I'll just go in and grab that. Ah, thank you so much. Let's just put this here. Thank you so much. That's a nice thing. So, Saf, you're a magician, okay? How did you start doing magic?
Years ago, I was inspired by Dynamo and I got a Marvin's Magic set for Christmas.
Ooh, one question. Did it involve a magic wand?
It was the one with the playing cards.
Oh, the one with the playing cards. Oh.
Yeah.
But it's still a traditional way of coming into magic, so that's cool. I personally, I wanted a magic set, like a magic kit when I was a kid, but I didn't have one. So I didn't have a magic wand, and I thought I needed a magic wand, so I used whatever I could find around the house. But I practiced the wand spin. You had to really practice to get it down, right? And 3 things to remember when you practice with a knife like this as a magic wand. Don't accidentally cut yourself, because it hurts like a motherfucker when you do it wrong. Secondly, warm up your wrists, because you could sprain something if you don't do it right. And thirdly, remember to take your applause when you produce the 3 silver coins. Holy shit! I know. Watch. 1, 2, 3. You've never seen Silver Edge before. You know what? I'll show you something. So this is these are 3 silver half dollars from the States, Kennedy halves from the '64. Watch. If I do this, I'll do this for you. Seriously, it is so fucking yeah, it is insane, right? I know. This is one of my favorite things to perform. Watch, I'll do this. This coin traveled from here to here, okay? Do this slowly, watch. Just very slowly. And it traveled all the way over here, okay? So, from here to here. Stop. This is just the beginning, man. It's just the beginning. Watch. This coin just traveled from over here to over here without me doing any moves, okay? I'll do it again, watch. Okay, and lands in the hand. But you know what? I used the magic wand when we started. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 coins and a knife. That's the thing. I'll just stand up for this part and a knife. I'll do this. I'll even do my favorite little wand spin, and suddenly, thank you very much. You know what? Because since this is a magic wand, I'll go. Have you seen these things before? He's like, amazing, just a whole. That's it.
That's fucked.
I know. So I'll just pull this out of your back, then you can get back to it. That's good.
That's what you call stabbing someone in the back.
Yeah, I know.
Quite literally.
I'll do one more thing. One more thing first. So I have here. I have a coin. I have a cup. Check the cup. Right.
Yeah.
Check the cup. Check the coin. Check the coin. Right.
Yep.
So how would you get that coin into the cup? That's a good way of doing it. That's definitely a good way of doing it. Seth, I have a different way of doing it. Can I? Could you please hold out your hand for me? Okay, hold out your hand for me. I'll do something a little bit different. I'll put the cup on your hand like this. All right. Put this cup on your hand like this. Watch. Let's move this over here. All right. Hold on to your cup like this. Watch. I'll do this. Did you feel it?
Yeah. I don't like this guy, man. This guy's something else.
And I stole that from the bar up there.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was like, where the fuck did the coffee come from?
Yeah, that's the thing, and you don't realize it. You go like, it's like one of those completely, it's an edible cup. This makes sense.
That's fucking sick. That is good.
Thank you so much,
Insane,
Steph.
man.
Thanks.
Insane.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you like it.
I feel sorry for anyone that has to see magic with this guy. Like, he's gonna fuck you up. Like,
But in a nice and friendly Danish
yeah.
way.
most friendliest way he's gonna fuck you up.
I'll fuck you up nicely.
What time is it?
Saoirse, I'm going to show you something. 2 coins,
Okay.
2 hands,
Right.
2 people.
2 people.
Very intimate, magical moment. Saoirse. I love that name. It rolls off like the back of my throat, like so because I haven't pronounced it before, but it's a beautiful name. Saoirse, watch. 2 coins, 1 in each hand. Okay, are you ready? 1 coin will travel from one hand to the other. Saoirse, I spoiled the ending. Yeah, you need to blink. Come on, I can't do this if you're looking that much. Watch, Saoirse. I'll do this again as slowly as I can. Watch. Okay, and Saoirse, 1 coin traveled all the way from over there to over there.
Okay, so really,
I
you have
did.
the second coin in your
I
sleeve,
did.
and then you just...
If you want to frisk me, feel free.
obviously it's gone now
It's
because
not.
it was in your
Saoirse,
hand.
I'll fucking take off my clothes just for you. Saoirse. So, this is my butler. He'll hold on to my jacket. Saoirse, I'll keep going until you say stop. Oh, did you say it's in his pants? Maybe it's in it. No, Saoirse, I don't know. Oh, actually, I almost dropped my pants, Saoirse. No, let me do this again in a different way. Watch, Saoirse, I'll do this for you, okay? You can watch this happen. I won't even close my hands. Watch.
Oh, shit!
I know, and you've never seen this before. But Saoirse, I'll do this for you because you've seen it. 1 coin travel. Okay, are you ready? Go. And Saoirse, this has been a really good moment for me. It's been a really good moment for me, Saoirse. I don't know why. High five. Hello for the win. My name's Kim. Yes. So, Saoirse, this is for you. It's actually not for you. It's a Morgan dollar from 1878. I've got 3 of these. I stole these off of a blind kid in Poland. It's a long story. I think I have the 3rd one. It must be down here. It's a really, really stupid story to tell people I've never met before. But Saoirse, I'll show you. 3 coins. You want to check the pants, don't you? No. Watch.
Take everything off.
Take everything.
It's all
Watch.
bad now.
Saoirse, I'll go for. See if I can. I think actually, if we're lucky. Oh, dude. Saoirse, have you seen this before? This is like it's in my beard. It's in my beard. I know.
Wow.
But Saoirse, I'll do one better. I think that was the only one in my beard. Somewhere here. Watch if I can do this. Might be somewhere around there. That's the second one, Saoirse. That's the second one. Okay. Third one. Paul, you're gonna love this.
Yes.
The third one, I'll pull from the skin of my arm, Saoirse. No blood. It's a joke. It's a joke. But Saoirse, you know what? A magic blow. Oh, sorry. We just had Chinese. That's really a horrible. It's a.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Chinese coins. I know that's.
Better than American.
Wait, yeah, I know. How did that happen, Saoirse? I bet you want to check the pants again, right?
I can't.
The Vegas
if you
winning
have any
coin
more
trick.
tricks, I'd love to-
You know what? You know what? I'll show you guys the Vegas winning coin trick. Okay. So this is actually it. I haven't been to Vegas yet, but my friend, he gave me a couple of these. This is a Morgan $1 coin. Have you seen these before? It's a silver coin. These are from 1878. These are very, very expensive. I stole them off of a blind kid in Poland. Long story short. So 1, 2, 3 coins of these. Watch. If I do this. Don't know if you can hear it out here, but watch. Okay. I'm very bad with money. That's the thing. Watch. Okay. Mind blowing. I know. But I'll show you something. Watch. If I go for my beard here, maybe if I'm lucky, I can. Ow!
Nah.
I know. You can check it out. It's real. It's real. It's not for fun. It's real. Yeah, you can, don't eat it. I don't know where it's been. Okay, so that's it. No, but watch. It came from my beard. Okay, it came from my beard. Watch. Maybe I'm not sure if there's more in there, but so look here in my pants. Look at my pants. If I do this, I can pull one out through the fabric.
Oh, come on, man.
I know, and it sounds so weird. Watch. The best part is the third one is in my elbow here. I know you can touch. So that's 1, 2, and 3 American silver dollars. But watch, you know what?
Can you do $10?
No, but I can do something better. Watch, a magical blow. Oh, sorry, that's disgusting. We just had Chinese. That's like, hey, seriously.
What? Nah.
You can have a look at
Nah,
these.
that's voodoo. That is voodoo. These guys are practicing voodoo. Shut the camera Come on, man. Are you kidding me?
Actually, I'm not.
Like, oh, shit. Oh, wow. That was pretty cool. Take them back.
Take them
I
back.
feel like I'm going to be haunted if I keep them.
You do.
Tell them. That was voodoo, man. That was voodoo.
It was voodoo. But you know what? You guys, you can keep these. You can keep these. And it was all a dream. It was all a dream. And something like, and we're living in a musical, and it's really weird.
Clark. I can't even talk. Call the fucking Ghostbusters. And let's just
You know what? Fuck the Ghostbusters.
That's the worst sentence I've ever heard.
Fuck the Ghostbusters.
Let's just see where we go.
I've never been so terrified in my life.
Should we sing the song? Should we end with singing the song?
Yeah.
Hey, if there's something strange in your neighborhood, who you gonna go? Ooh, Kim Andersen.
Kim Andersen!
Kim Andersen?
Kim Andersen.
That was live.
Or Danish Blaine.
Should we do it again?
Should do Danish Blaine.
Okay.
I'm a Danish magician. I'm Danish Blaine.
I'm not singing it all.
Who
you gonna call? Danish Blaine!
You know what? That was sick, though. That was sick.
That was actually. I enjoyed that so much.
Thank you so much, man. So nice meeting you guys. It was awesome.
I hope you
have a good
I
night.
hope you haven't stolen all my money.
I keep losing them, man. I can't use Chinese coins here anyways.
We're going Vegas in,
So nice. So, have you guys been to the States before?
Yeah.
America. I recently went. I got some of these. These are American Morgan dollars. Have you seen these before? Morgan dollars. Yes, Morgana dollars. Morgana, come closer. These are like coins. I have 1, 2. I have three of these coins. I think I have a third one. This is my favorite thing to show people that I just met. Okay, watch. If I do this,
You got one.
I got none. You pronounced it wrong, but that's okay. Watch. That's just to be cool. I don't know why. Like, woo, but watch. Look here, my beard. You have a beard as well. Watch. Somewhere, if I'm lucky. Can you see this? Ow! Oh my God. Pull it out. I don't know how. No, seriously, watch. Somewhere here in my pants. There's something in my pants, Raul. That's the thing. Watch if I do this.
Oh my God!
I know. And watch. Thirdly, I think we have to go down here today. That's the third one. Sorry, it slipped all the way down. That's the thing. So, Raul, what I want you to do is blow on my hand. Blow on my hand. Just blow. No, be nice, Raul. God. Just blow on it. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Did you just have Chinese today? Sorry, is that? Yeah, that's good.
What? How did I know?
I don't know. You can have a look.
Whatever, it's fun.
It is fun, right? Seriously, guys, you were fucking awesome! 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 Woo! Let's throw coins in the air! I don't know what happened. Bro,
That's it.
you were awesome. You're
Yeah,
awesome.
no,
you
you
guys.
are, you are.
So, you want to be a magician, but you don't have a magic wand? Don't worry. Bring your favorite knife and come with me to here, because I'm not moving. What you want to learn is the wand spin. I'll teach you, but there's 3 ground rules. Number 1, don't accidentally cut yourself, because these things hurt like a motherfucker. Secondly, loosen up those wrists, because warm-up is definitely key. And thirdly, when you do the spin, take your applause after you've produced the 3 silver coins. Oh, that's good. Great. So 1, 2, 3 American half dollars. And under your arm, a very, very overpriced piece of crap metal from a restaurant next door that I stole it. I don't know what it cost. And then a magical stabbing. And thank you very much. Take your applause. People clap, throw confetti at you, maybe a pair of panties, and you go, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. I'm gonna let myself out here. This is the explanation part for bringing coins to a knife fight. We'll get to the coins in a second, but first off, you'll need to learn the wand spin. You can find tutorials on this everywhere on the internet. People do it with pens and wands and whatnot, but I'll teach it to you with a regular, ordinary butter knife. The only important thing is that magnets stick to it. So that's the only thing you need to know before starting. But the wand spin, it looks like this. Okay. That's pretty much it. What I do is I divide it up into 2 parts. I have the first spinning motion, and imagine that you're holding a pen and you're drawing circles, but hold this part still. So this part of the knife, you want to suspend that and draw circles with this, and thereby also the top portion of the knife. Okay, so that's to gain momentum for the spin. So you get like a really good spin with the knife. The second part is this is my grip. I hold my thumb on top near let's call this the neck of the knife where it starts thinning out, and my index finger on the opposite side. You'll get a close-up of this so you can really see it. Then I have my middle finger here. So it's pretty much there's a gap between the middle finger and the index finger, and the thumb is in the gap, but on the opposite side of the knife. And then my ring finger nail is on top of the knife, the same side as my thumb. Okay. The reason for that being that in a moment after I've done the initial spin, my middle finger will push the knife against my ring finger. So my thumb will be adding pressure here. My ring finger will be adding pressure from the opposite direction against my finger, against my ring finger nail. So in a second, when the pressure's hard enough, this will happen. So the ring finger will push the knife through the ring finger, not like it's a magical effect, but the finger will move, and that will give the knife speed enough to travel all the way around my thumb, so I can catch it again. So this is pretty much it. But there's not a lot of not a lot of speed when done just like this. So that's why I add the first spin to get momentum. Okay. And now I dropped it on the floor. Good time to mention, don't use sharp knives or like steak knives or whatever. At least do it at your own risk. We don't recommend that you use them because you could ruin your career, blind yourself, or maybe cut a slice in time and space and destroy all living creatures. But that's completely up to you. So use a dull table knife. So this is it. Do the first initial spin to gain momentum. and then I do the spin. But you'll see this in slow motion. Whoopsie, you do that. So that's the spin. That's the first part. Next thing is to add the 3 coins. As you probably already guessed, since you bought the Silver Edge Volume 2. So this is your Silver Edge stack, consisting of 1 magnetic coin on top, 1 regular coin in the middle, and 1 magnetic coin at the bottom. Okay, so the 2 magnetic coins sandwich the regular coin in between. Now you want to finger palm these in your right hand if you're right-handed. If you're left-handed, just mirror all the movements. But you don't want to finger palm them in the middle of your hand, like in the on the ring finger and the middle finger. You want to move the coin slightly towards your pinky. The reason for that being that in a moment when you do the wand spin with the knife, if you have them palmed here, there's a small risk that you'll flash in between these fingers. So move the knife, it's not the knife, move the coins down towards the ring finger and the pinky, okay? So now you can show your hand empty using the Ramsey subtlety, which is basically you finger palming the coins and turning your hand over. The reason being that since nothing falls out of your hand, people will think that your hand is empty. And even better if you add the knife, your hand is doing something, so your hand looks really, really empty here, except for the knife. So now I can show my hands like this, show my hands empty, and I'm set up for the spin. So I do the wand spin without touching the coins in my hand. So I can do the spin, the wand spin with the knife, and everything happens up here towards my fingertips. The knife is actually spinning around my thumbnail. Most of the knife is on my thumbnail. Maybe you can hear it when it goes across my nail. And the coins stay hidden in my hand. And it's important here that you don't over-exaggerate your movement, so you show, this is very over-exaggerated, so you show the coins in your hand. You want to keep the back of your palm towards the spectator. So something like this. So this is it. You can hear from the patter in the full routine that I divide it up into 3 parts, and there's a specific reason for that. So I say 3 things to remember when you perform the wand spin. And I say this to lay people as well, because I use it as a pseudo explanation on how to perform magic. So I say 3 things to remember, and when I do that, I start moving. I can show that in the exposed view. I start moving the knife towards the coins, and I attach the coins to the knife without making a sound. And I hide that movement, that moment by contacting the knife with my other hand and moving my nail along the blade of the knife. And as I do that, it gives like a small sound, and that's the exact same sound you would hear if the coins attached to the knife. Okay, so I'm adding the magnetic coins to the knife like this, very, very slowly, but in a very controlled movement. And as you can see in the exposed view, the knife is contacting the fleshy part of my hand, and I'm pressing really hard with my thumb and my index finger near the neck of the knife. So as I do that, I can slowly, but very controlled, I can add the coins to the knife with practically no sound. And if there's any kind of ambience in the room, you won't be able to hear a thing. But I add the thumb part to camouflage, like if anything should happen sound-wise, so people would hear it. So this is it. I say, 1, don't cut yourself on the knife, because that hurts. Now I've added the coins to the knife. And this is, oh, I love this part. I love this part, because then I can show my hand empty here, and I can throw the knife and show this hand completely empty as well, because the magnets are sticking to the knife. So this is, go from here, show it. And you don't want to throw the knife like this, and don't do an arc or a slow throw. You want to angle the knife towards the spectator's eyes. That's the only time you can angle a knife towards the spectator's eyes. Please don't do that. But from here, angle it towards their eyes. Coins are hidden here, and throw the knife. And there's full focus. You show your hand. You show your empty hand like this, and as you throw the knife, you switch your weight to the other foot, while you look at this hand. So the spectators will follow your line of sight and look at this hand. And now an important thing to note here is when you throw the knife, you want to catch the knife so the coins are approximately in the finger palm position of the left hand. So I do this, show my hand empty, and immediately I grab the coins here, and I do this while I wave my hand around and say, number 2, remember to soften your wrist, or have a smooth wrist, or warm up is key, or something like that. But it's that you want all focus here. While this happens in the left hand, I detach the coins from the knife, and I've done that already, and you can do that completely silently. While doing this and you're talking, you grab the coins, you contact the coins to the lowermost joints of your fingers like this, and you curl your fingers in. And you just hold tight to the coin while the thumb is pressing on the neck of the coin of the knife. So the thumb is pressing on the neck of the knife and pulling the knife off the coins. So now the coins went from finger palm position in my right hand, attached to the knife. I threw the knife to the left hand, and now I detach the coins in my left hand. shown my hand here, empty. And then I say the third thing to remember. I take the knife without the coins. I say do a wand spin and prepare to take your applause as you produce the 3 silver coins. And it looks like this. I take the knife without the sound, and I say do a wand spin and take your applause as you produce the 3 coins. Okay, so in full motion it looks like this. From the top, coins palmed in my right hand. Do the spin, do the thing here and say don't cut yourself. I add the coins, throw the knife to the other hand while looking at my now empty right hand. Detach the coins as I do my wrist movements over here, Karate Kid inspired movements. Take the knife without the coins, do the spin, and produce the coins. So, how do I produce the coins in this beautifully looking fan? I have the coins now in my left hand finger palm, and as all focus is here, as I take the knife and I'm about to spin it over here, I re-grip the coins. So with my hand, I don't pull my hand down by the side. I might do that if there's lots of attention, like lots of people standing around me, but if it's just casually performing, I will produce the coins from here. So I have the coins in finger palm position, and I maneuver my fingers so I get the coins into fingertip rest position by my by this portion of my body here. So I get the coins into fingertip rest position, and as the spin is happening, and actually as the spin is done and the knife moves to the right, I place my thumb at the bottom of the coins and I just do a spread. And you have to play around with this to figure the right finger position for you. But I just spread the coins like this to get like a nice even spread if possible. And when the knife arrives, the coins are all in view, and I do this. Run the knife down the coins. The reason for doing this is to add sound to it, because to me it's more impossible if what I just did, producing 3 coins, is more impossible if I remind the spectators that metal against metal makes a sound. Okay, so all of this spinning the knife, throwing it, I'm not telling people it, but I'm signaling that of course I couldn't have hidden the coins in my hand because this would have made a sound. So that's it. That was my ring, by the way. So I do this, take the knife, give it an extra spin, put it under my armpit. Another reason not to use really sharp knives, because you could cut yourself accidentally. So now I have 3 coins in a nice fan in my hand, and I place them down on my open right palm. And I do it like this. I let go of the first magnetic coin, I let go of the regular coin, and then I place the last magnetic coin. And from now on you can go straight into any routine with 3 coins that you want. My preferred thing is to go into neon coins from volume 1, the 3 coins across thing. But you can do whatever you want as long as you can do the routine with magnetic coins, of course. So now I show my hands open and empty, knives under my arm, 3 coins. I take the first magnetic coin, put it here in, and this is a move that I teach in volume 1, but I'll show you again here. So I have the 3 coins in my hand. Take the first silver $50, place it in finger palm position of my right hand, just in the middle, on the middle finger and ring finger. And then my right hand does a jerking motion, so the 2 coins jump forward. And actually what happens is the first coin ends up in the original position of this coin, and the second coin ends up in the original position of this coin. It doesn't have to be that complicated, but Looks like this. I take one coin, I do a small jerking motion and let the coins jump. The reason for that is so I can easily contact this coin with my thumb and index finger. Then I throw the coin into my hand, but I don't just throw it on top of the coin. What I need to do is add a small gap. And this is the original position for my click pass that I taught in volume 1. But it looks like this to the spectator. Okay. To you, hopefully, it looks like the coin lands on top of the other coin, but in reality, it lands with a huge gap in between the two coins. So I do this. I throw the coin, so it lands at an angle and contacts the coin, but I immediately close my hand, so the fleshy part of my finger goes in between the two coins. So you have like a V shape or something, like a crocodile mouth. Crocodile beak. And the reason for that is if the coin lands flat on the first coin and I throw the magnetic coin, then this happens. It gives like a very, very non-coin sound when the magnets attach and catches the second coin in between them. So I want the gap, and then I throw this, because that sort of camouflages the very distinguished sound of the magnets. So now, from now on, I want to connect the two magnets again around the coin, and I do that by, as I close my hand, I very slowly, not very slowly, very gently loosen my grip. And this is a feeling thing. It's very difficult to explain, but you'll get it when you play around with it. So you sort of loosen your grip and readjust your hand, so you get the coins in a perfect stack in your hand. And what you do as you go for the knife under your arm, you turn your hand. Your hand is never open, by the way. This is an exposed view. Your hand is like this. When you turn your hand, you maneuver the three coins to a heel grip, where you hold the coins like this. But no one will see that, since the back of the hand is towards the audience. So from here on, you maneuver the thing, the stack of coins to the heel grip. Your hand is in this position. And you grab the knife and you steal the coins. Now this was really badly done. You could hear the sound because it's really difficult to do it in slow motion. But from this position, you steal the coins and they disappear. So let me show you this. This is the old billiard ball move, and I taught that in volume 1 as well. So you have like a full-blown teaching of that, but you can't say that. You have like a full instructional part for that, but I'll show you guys again here. So the coins go into heel grip. This is an exposed view. It happens here. And as I take the knife and I swing the hand in front, and this can't be done in slow motion, it has to be done at full speed, I steal the coins out of the hand in a sort of finger palm position in my right hand. But let me show you this without the knife. What happens is my hand swings in front, and as soon as my hand is here, I let go. Not like this. I don't open my hand, but I just, the one finger that's contacting the coins, or the two fingers, just slightly let go, and gravity does the rest and lets the coins fall out of the hand. So as soon as this hand, we'll get that in an exposed view, as soon as this hand goes in front, I let go, and I don't grab the coins, I don't go for them like this. I just swing my hand by, and the coins land gently on my fingers. They fall for like 3 or 4 centimeters or something like that. And I catch them on the way down, like this. So it looks like this. Boop. Someone I don't know now. You play me good. this isn't easy, because I'm wearing a ring, some of you might be wearing a ring, and I'm holding a huge fucking knife in my hand. So you have to practice this, and it has to be very precise. But it can be done, and it can be done without any sound at all. So coins in heel grip, grab the knife, and they disappear. And the coins are here in my hand over here. So that's the steal, and that's the vanish of the coins. So let's move on from there. You've just caught the coins successfully, no sound. The coins are in a sort of finger palm position, not at the lower joints, but at the middle of the fingers. That's where you'll catch these. And the knife is held. You grab the knife in the thumb crotch when you go for the knife. So the knife is. Imagine this as, I don't know, holding a gun. I've never held a gun in my life, but I've seen lots of movies, and this looks like holding a gun. So you hold the knife in your thumb crotch, resting on the middle finger, and the index finger is behind it. So this is like, I think this is like one of those highbrow wizards from Harry Potter, how they would wield a wand or something like that. That's what I imagine in my head when I do it, like the Dumbledore thing, where you put thoughts in their heads or stuff like that. I've never done that before. So I do that. I steal the coins. I do like I whip the knife. Sometimes I do a stabbing without actually hitting my hand, because that would hurt. I make the coins disappear. And now the coins are in this finger palm position, so I can rearrange the knife in my hand if I feel like it, if I feel like I have a good grip on the coins, and then I do an extra wand spin to, without saying it, show that my right hand is also empty, because this wouldn't be possible with a stack of coins in it. So I show my hands empty, I throw the knife to my right, and now the bowing sequence, and this might not be for you, this might not be for everyone, but I feel that for my character it works to bow. It's a bit over the top, but it's a fun thing to do for a very small miracle, to start bowing at a close-up gig. So I have the coins finger palmed in my right hand. I throw the knife to my right hand, and I say, "Thank you very much." And as I do that, I ditch the stack of coins in my back pocket. So I do this as I swing my hand down. And I want to turn my body, if there's a group of people, I'd like to turn my body a little to the right, so it's a natural thing that my hand goes out of sight. And then I ditch, I don't put my hand in my pocket, I just dip 1 or 2 fingers in my pocket, open it up, and let gravity do the rest. So I ditch the coins into the pocket. And now this is the cool thing. I don't do this if I'm surrounded, but I don't do any of this if I'm surrounded. But if there's people on my right, I don't do this. But now my hands are empty except for the knife, and I can just relax. And when I feel like it, I do a flip stick vanish. I go and make the knife disappear. I'll teach that in a second. And then this is the cleanup. I let my hands go down to the side, and I bow once more. And now my hands are completely empty. And this is a really fun thing to do, not in all circumstances, but when you feel like it. And the cool thing is, you just added a magnetic holdout in your back pocket, because these attach to the knife. When I put them in my pocket, the knife goes to the pocket, and it on the outside of the pocket, and you have a perfect holdout. So I'll teach you how to add them on without sound in a second, how to add the knife without sound in a second. But this is it. The flip stick move invented by Flip was originally done with the magic wands or sticks. And you probably already know this and have your own favorite method and handling for making pens or wands disappear. But basic rundown. My right hand and my left hand, I want to mirror them. I want to hold the knife in the exact same way with both hands. So in a second, this is a bit like the one spin we just did before. But let's say I'm holding the heavy end of the butter knife with my right hand, and this is the hand that I'm going to flip the knife into in a moment. My index finger on the side away from me, my thumb on the back, and my middle finger on the side away from me again. I'm gonna add pressure with my middle finger. At the same time, I'm adding pressure with my left thumb on the knife. So as soon as my left thumb moves out of the way, I don't intentionally move the thumb away. It's more of a pressure that sort of pulls the knife to the side. So this happens. But as soon as I do this, the knife flips in here. And I add a little bit of not misdirection, but I add a little bit of a cover by moving my hands from this position to this position, and then pulling my fingers apart. So I go, and I add sound, I blow as well, I go. So the knife disappears, and this is important. Please hold on tightly to the knife, because I've seen people do stuff like this, and people screaming, and the knife flies out of the frame. So please hold on tightly to the knife so you don't hurt anyone or yourself. You go. But it's So now the knife's here. Very important. Don't go head on if you're performing for one person or for persons over there. Don't go head on. Go, then you'll see the knife. So you turn a little bit, okay? And this is angly. I wouldn't do this if there was more than 2 or max 3 persons in front of me and I knew exactly where they were, because you have really bad angles on the flip stick move. But let's say there's a person standing there. I would turn just an inch. So I'm angled more that way than that way. And then I do the flip stick, make the knife disappear, and immediately I relax. And as I do that, I turn both of my wrists, and this is important again, don't do this. Okay, I've seen people do this, and that doesn't look good because everyone can see where you're telegraphing where the knife goes. So I do this, and hold your fingers approximately the same way if you can. Like you go, right? My hands go down by my side, and as they do that, I turn my wrists to cover the knife. And while I'm down by my side, this happens. I let the knife swing out and contact the magnets. You'll see that in the exposed view. My hands go down like this, and I want to press my right hand against my side so I don't flash the knife in this gap here. So my hands go down by my side. I swing out the knife, and I rub it against my butt. I've never said that in a magic video before, but that's actually what I do. I rub it against the fabric of my pants, so I can feel when I hit the magnets, but I don't do this. You don't want that sound. Okay, because that's a dead giveaway. So I slide it against my body, making sure that the magnet is contacting this portion of the knife, not here. Because if the magnets are here, the knife will pivot due to the weight. So I want to make sure that when it hits the magnet, that most of the knife is hanging underneath the magnet. Okay? So now I can let go. I can brush my hands, and I can say thank you very much. And that's it. And when I leave, I just swing my hand down and I reverse the maneuver. But it's So I pull the knife up here. I pull it out. You see that in the close-up again. So I go, and then I can add it to a pocket, or I can leave it on a table or whatever, or I can put it all the way down into my back pocket away from the magnets. So that's it, pretty much. Bringing coins to a knife fight. Great. 2 coins, 2 hands, you and me, human beings, magical moments, a coin in each hand, mystery. Come on, you gotta blink at some point. I can't do this on my own, like now. Hey, it worked, magics. Okay, let's try something else. 2 coins, you and me. Okay, let's do it. You blinked again, didn't you? Not my fault this time. Sorry about that. So let's try the last coin, just for you. Okay. Gotta blink once in a while, right? So, this is the explanation for don't blink. This is a fun little thing, and it's pretty much self-working. Or at least it's the more easier thing on this project. It uses only 2 super strong magnetic half dollars, and that's it. So I bring out the coins, and I do this as a quick thing. If people wants to see like a really quick magical effect, and I don't have time to go into bigger things. But I bring out the 2 coins, and you don't have to do this. I just do this for the fun of it. I throw the coins because it adds an extra element of risk. Because if you accidentally do this, then it's a completely different effect, and you don't want to do that. So I throw the coins, one from each hand to the other hand, and what I do is I try not to spin the coins. I don't want to flip the coins. I spin them vertically, so the coin flies like this. I don't know. I saw C doing this with a coin way back, but I don't know if anyone came up with throwing a coin like that. I just like it, but I saw C doing it, and I thought it looked cool. And I want it to be cool like all the young guys. So what I do is let me put 1 coin away. I flick my wrist like this, but at the same time my middle finger pushes against the coin. So let's say if I hold my hand still by the wrist, I can still shoot the coin a little bit and make it spin by I sort of like almost I flick the coin, but while I keep pressure with my index finger and my thumb, so the coin swivels on the, I think that's the right word, swivels upwards like this. So it's so I move my wrist at the same time. I hold my elbow pretty still, and then I do this. And it takes a little time to get used to it, but it's fun, and it's much more difficult with your non-dominant hand. To see, that didn't even work. But I throw the coins, and I throw the coin from the right hand higher than I throw the one from my left hand, so the coins don't contact each other mid-air. So it looks like this. Okay, and I catch them in my hand. Okay, so this is important. When I catch the coins, I try to catch them like in my fingers. I don't catch them at the fingertips. But when I catch the coins, I look down, and this is the most important thing about the whole Silver Edge project. The coins have to be facing the same direction. So in this case, I caught them tail side up and head side up. So I just flip one of the coins over, and I'm good to go. So they face the same direction. In this case, heads up, both of them. And the reason I want that is because I want to steal the coin with my steal one coin with the other in a second, but I'll get to that in a moment. So important thing: get the coins facing the same direction. So the placement of the coins is also important here. I want to put the coin on the middle joint of my middle finger on each hand, just like this. Okay. This is important later on when I retrieve the coin I steal with the one hand. Basically, it's just important to have it in this position in the right hand if you're right-handed. But I like the mirrored image of the 2 coins lying in the exact same position of my hands. I then spread my hands. This is just to show fairness, that I'm not hiding any extra coins. I'm pretty sure that laymen wouldn't give a crap about this, but we as magicians do, I think. So I just show my hands openly, and this seems like a fair display. And then I close my hands. And now I'm not palming the coin like this. I'm not clipping it with my finger. I'm just closing my fingers around it slightly. I'm not adding that much pressure. It's just like a loose grip on the coins in both hands. And I hold my hands like this. So I turn my palms inward and downward, close my hands in fists, but the coin is, well, it is actually clipped, but not very hard. It's not like I'm trying to clench my fists. It's a loose grip. And then I start rubbing my thumbs. As I say, look closely at my hands. Pay attention to my hands. This is where the magic happens, blah, blah, blah. And then I look up as if I'm running out of words. Because the thing that's going to happen is that nothing's happened. I'm basically showing my hands to the audience. This is what it's supposed to look like. I'm going to show one coin in one hand. I'm going to close that hand. Then I'm going to show the other hand, and I'm going to close that hand again. So now it still looks like I have one coin in each hand. But in reality, what I'm doing is I'm showing this coin, then I'm stealing it with the back of the right hand. And now this is my position. So I have one coin here, and no coins in my left hand. But I'll show you that very slowly. I teach this in neon coins as well. So if you practice neon coins, then you know this move already pretty much. At least the stealing part. But these magnetic coins are super strong magnetic half dollars, and that means that they can steal a coin even though there's a full set of fingers in between them. These coins are so strong that you can place them on each side of a full deck of playing cards and they will still hold. And you utilize this by stealing the coin. So let's say we close our hands, and this is what's going to happen. I'll open my left hand like this, fingers together. I'll open my left hand like this and show that nothing has happened here. And as I close this hand and turn it away, my right hand will open up, and this coin will swing just over the coin in the left hand. So as I'm closing my hand, my right hand swings over and opens up, and my left hand closes. This feels like a ballsy move when you're first trying it out, because you're actually the coin is in midair for a split second. The coin is just hanging in midair before it contacts the other coin. I'm not slapping my right hand on top of the left hand. That's important. These hands never contact each other, so they never touch each other. So it's just the magnetic pull of this coin and this coin that attracts, and this coin jumps to the back side of my right hand. So this is okay. So boop, like that. Important thing to note here: you want to do this down by your waist, because if you do it up here, people will very likely see the coin on the back of your hand. So it's a thing where I have all attention on my, let's say I have the two coins, one in each hand, before the steal. I have all my focus up here, and then when I look at them and say something like, oh, you're paying too much attention, I mean, help me out a little bit, I move my hands down in a more relaxed position, and I think that eases the spectators as well, so they'll relax a little bit more and be off guard, because nothing's happened right now. I'm like, nothing's happening now. I'm like, this is the focus of attention. This is the magic. Something's going to happen. They have to pay close attention. And now I relax, and I'm like, oh, come on, man. I open my hands. I relax my shoulders. Everything goes a little bit down by close to my belly button. And then I open my hand and I say, you got to blink once in a while, man. And that's when I do the steal. Okay. So open my hand. So you got to blink once in a while, man. Do the steal. So now there's one magnetic coin on the back of my hand, one magnetic coin in the middle of my hand. And then you feel like doing this, but don't. That'll give it all away. So I'll show my coin like this, close my hand again. Important note again, if you haven't played around with neon coins, when you close your right hand, like left hand's empty now, so I'll just move it out of the way for a second. When you close your right hand, don't do this, because you'll show the coin and flash it on the back of your hand. You really want to, like, I move all of my lower arm actually when I close it. I move my elbow out a little bit, and I turn my fingers inward but I also turn my wrist more towards the spectator. I bend in my wrist, so I bend in my wrist to hide the coin that's now turning facing towards my body instead of towards the floor. Okay, so if I just closed my fist normally, the extra coin would be parallel to the floor. But what I want to go for is more like vertical against my body, like this. So instead of here, here. Okay, and I try to mirror that same action with my left hand. So both hands look like this. I don't want an image like this because that seems off. So I do. Let's do the steal again. I show this, and I say, oh, you gotta blink once in a while, man. And I turn my hands like this, okay? So that's what I'm going for when I do it. Now, this is where the magic happens. I start rubbing my fingers, and I lower my right hand a little bit as I turn my left hand up to put focus on this. I want people to follow this hand. This is a bigger motion, so people will follow this with their eyes. I just lower my right hand slightly. And the reason I do that is for when I pull out the coin in a second and show both coins, I'm less likely to flash if my hand is further down, again, because of the angle of their eye line. So I lift up my left hand a little bit, and I do and I like adding sound effects, because sound effects are awesome, and I'll keep doing it. You can do whatever you want. So I go, coin is gone, and then I show 2 coins in my right hand. So, that's the next part, the production of the second coin. Because, just to backtrack, you have 1 coin on the back of your right hand and 1 coin on the fingers of your right hand. And remember earlier on in this video, I talked about the positioning of this coin. You want it approximately at the middle joint of the middle finger of your right hand. The reason for that is that when it steals the other coin, that will be in the same position just on the back of your hand, pretty much. But it will be right underneath the coin in the palm of your hand, or in the fingers of your hand. So let's say this coin was lying here, more in a finger palm position, and you stole the coin like this. When you closed your hands, this would be much harder to hide because it's closer towards your knuckles. Okay. And it will fall off easily if you have thick fingers like me. So, you want it at that position, and that's important. Okay, unless you have really, really small fingers, maybe you can do something else with it, but I don't, so I don't know. So this is the position. My hand is closed, the coin is facing towards my body. Now, for the production, basically what I do is, I'll show this in an exposed view, where I turn my hand to the side, just so you can see. I place my thumb on the coin, fingers still bent, 4 fingers still bent, but I'll place my thumb on the coin, and I'll remove my index finger a little bit as I turn my hand over. And because my thumb is contacting the coin on the back of my hand, it will slide, as I add pressure on it, it will slide out when it feels like it's a self-working thing to me because I've done it so many times. But if you add the right pressure and give room with your index finger, don't do this, don't straighten your finger, but just slightly loosen your finger. When you turn your wrist over, and contact the coin, it will slide out, and you'll see this in slow motion as well. So this is the thing. I'm holding my hand here. My thumb goes underneath and contacts the coin on the back of my fingers and pulls it out as I open my hand and stretch out my fingers. Okay, you'll see that in the over the shoulder view as well. So let's do that again. Hand is closed. My thumb goes in, and it's just my thumb just slides in, contacts the coin. I pull it slightly as I turn my hand over, and now the 2 coins are on my fingertips. So this is a very dangerous moment. If you've played around with these coins at all, and please be careful because you can actually, I say hurt yourself, it won't be too bad, but you'll probably let out a girlish scream or something. I do that lots of times. But if the coins do this, and you get your skin in between it will hurt the first couple of times. So please be careful. I should have said that at the beginning of the video, right? You guys are sitting like, oh, damn it, you should have said that at the beginning of the video. But I'm telling you now. So when this coin is pulled out, it will be completely in line with the other coin. Because if you look at this, closely, the coin that was once at the back of the hand was turning the same direction as the one in my hand because of the polarity of the magnets. So face up and face up lets them go together, pull together. But when I pull this out, I turn over automatically. That's what happens when my thumb pulls out this coin. It turns over. So it's tails up instead of face up, and that makes the coins connect on this edge and not push each other apart, as long as they're lying flat next to each other. If I give it just the slightest with my index finger, they will slam together, okay? And that'll be a dead giveaway. So what you need to practice, and I talked about that in volume 1 as well, but what you need to practice is to have these coins relaxed in your hand, okay? I've done this, I walk around the house just like this with the coins, or at least I did when I started doing magnetic coin stuff. But you want to get a feel of this, of when this is too much, okay? You'll know how much, and you'll need to know how much force you can use and how much you can move your hands around. But if you relax and have your fingers in a like straight line next to each other, nothing like this, because that would look bad. But if your fingers are nice and straight between each other, then you can have the coins lying on your hand like this. You can even turn your hand to the sides without anything happening. And if you practice, you can even let the coins drop. You shouldn't do that, of course, but just to practice the feel of the magnets. Like, when is too much, okay? So you can even have the coins drop down just to play around with how the magnets work. But that's it. So you've produced 2 coins, and I digress, sorry. 2 coins on your right fingertips. This is the first part of the routine. 1 coin traveling from the left hand to the other. Now, what I do is I put my thumb on top of the tails up coin. I actually put my thumb on both of them, but I grab the face-up coin, the coin that's been on my fingertips the whole time. I grab that a little bit with my fingers, so now it's actually a finger palm type thing. And I touch the tail side coin with my thumb on one side and my index finger on the other side, and I give it a slight pull. So now I pull the coins from each other, and because I have this coin in my finger palm, nowhere palm-ish position, I can pull the coin out with my fingertips and hold it at my fingertips. And now I turn this over and place it on my left hand, approximately the same position as before. And because this is in finger palm position, I can just turn my hand over again and push it out in the right position on my fingers once more. Okay, so now this is the same image as before. Okay? And then I do this. I say, let's try something else. And I move my hands like this. Okay? So it's like, what would you call this? I don't know. But it looks cool, right? I don't know what to call this. It could be a dance move in a 70s film or something. 60s films, maybe. So watch. I do this. And suddenly this happens. It just looks amazing. I mean, I've had lay people screaming when this happened. It's just, I don't know, it just looks moveless. I think if you do like a crazy fancy move where the coin, just like a juggling act in your hand, then it looks good and it can be amazing magic, but this is just, it just happens. But this just looks amazing. I mean, if you can do this, it looks almost self-working. Like your hands don't touch and one of the coins just disappear. It's like a what the fuck moment. And that's basically it. That's what I do. I roll my hands around each other, and then I just move my right hand closer to the coin. I don't want to go straight from the side, because then I can accidentally shoot the coin away with the power of magnets. But I move my hand like a little bit downward, and as soon as I feel the coin leave my left hand, then I continue the motion. Okay. And you'll see this in the slow motion thing as well. So now this is the position. I have one coin in my right hand on my fingers and one coin on the back of that hand. Left hand is empty, but I keep them looking the same for a second while I spin them around. And I show my hand empty and I say, oh, so you blinked this time. Not my fault, not my fault. And as I do that, my left hand goes down to my waist. And this is just a nice subtlety. I think that when I go down, I grab the coin on my fingers, and the magnet doesn't fall to the ground. I grab the coin on the back of my hand with my pinky in like a Tenkai penny style grip. So so as I go for the coin on my fingers, I cover my pinky with my hand, and at the same time my pinky goes in and just contacts the edge. It's just like a few millimeters I hold onto the coin with. So I go, and that covers my pinky, and I turn my fingers towards the spectre. I don't want to be in this position because the coin will swing downward and give you bad angles. So I go from here, whoop, and say, oh, you blinked this time. That's not my fault this time. And then I grab the coin while my pinky, under cover of my right hand, contacts the coin in the Tenkai penny grip. I lift up the top coin. This hand just palm pretty much toward the spectator, just falls to my side. I lift this coin up and I look at it, and then I pull the coin into my hand. And I do the same move as we just talked about, as if this coin was holding on to the coin on the back, where I use my thumb to pull it in. So I do the same thing by my side, but without the magnet. My thumb just pulls the coin into my hand and holds it here, not in a specific palm or anything, but in the same position that it's been in the whole time that the coins have been in the whole time during this particular trick. So now I know that this is tail side up. I hold it in my hand in this, well, it is a finger palm grip. Then I take this coin and I look at it and see what's facing towards me, and I want the same thing facing towards me as this coin is facing up in my hand. So in this case, tail side and tail side. So I turn the coin over as I go up and grab it, and you'll see this in the close-up. But as I grab it, I'm very careful not to make a sound with the magnet. So I clip the coin with my thumb and my index finger, and I place the coin so it gently contacts the secret coin in my hand. And then I lift up this finger and I say, now watch, this is the last coin. And as I do that, I pull the coin in. This is an exposed view. I pull the coin in so the coins are lying flush in my hand. And then I do the same move as in the beginning. I throw the coin. Upwards, so it spins instead of flipping. Then it spins. And I immediately thumb palm the coin, put it in my left hand, make it disappear, show my hand seemingly empty. So how do I do that? I do the spin, and as soon as I catch it, I put the coin in thumb palm here, and what I do, I catch the coin, and no matter how I catch it, it's easy to get it up in that grip. So I open my thumb crotch here, and I push the coin in like this, and grab it with my thumb. And I do that at the same time as I'm pretending to put it in my left hand. Okay, you can do whatever false transfer you want to do. If you just want to do like a finger palm or whatever, you can do whatever you want, but I use the thumb palm. So catch the coin, put it in the thumb palm. As I pretend to put it in my left hand, my fingers close around it. I don't do like a closed fist. I don't use force. I just gently put it in my hand, close my hand, and then I do like a shaking motion or like the rubbing thing. I really like this. I don't know exactly who to credit, but I've seen Benjamin Earl do a lot of this stuff. Talked about that on the other video as well. But like really you feel the coin in your hand. That's the thing. You need to have full attention on this hand, and you feel the coin, and you feel it evaporate, disappear, something like that. Go into your bloodstream, make you really sick. It's a horrible profession, this thing. So you do this. Coin disappears. Now at my side here, and this is the whole acting thing that's important in magic. We hear about that a lot. But at my side, my right hand has the thumb palm coin. I just let it go into my fingertips. And as I move my hand up, I press the coin towards my palm, but I don't palm it. I just press the stack of coins. I just press it towards my palm, and as I come up here, I open my hands to show them seemingly empty. And this is a thing I saw David Stone doing this years ago. I don't know if it's his, but it's just such an amazing display. It's like, I don't care, to like quote Danny De Ortiz. It's like just a relaxed posture, like, oh, where did it go? I don't know. But in reality, it's just lying, resting on your palm. Like, I'm almost holding this hand vertically, but because of natural sweatiness and grease in my hands, the coins and the weight of the coins they just stay there. You shouldn't, of course, exaggerate it, but it's, I'm just saying it's not your hands are not held like this. They're not horizontal to the floor. They're more like somewhere in between, but almost vertical. And I'm like, hey, it's gone. And when I relax, I don't close my hand around the coins. I let my hands fall down, and then somewhere along the midpoint of the arc of my hand, my fingers close in, and the coins just end up in fingertip rest. And from here on, I can put them in my pocket. I can, if I have a magnet in my back pocket, I can add them to that. Or I can produce them from somewhere and move on with something else. So that's Don't Blink. Hope you enjoyed it. Oh, hi there. I didn't see you. This is Neon Kickback. Yeah, you know, the one where 3 coins travel from one hand to the other. The first one from the fingertips in slow motion. Watch. This coin traveled all the way from over here to over here. Okay, let me do that again. The second, oh, sorry, I hadn't seen the time. We don't have time for it, so let's skip to the end. So, this is the explanation for Neon Kickback. And if you own Volume 1 of Silver Edge, you'll be able to see that this is a variation of the trick that's called neon coins. This idea happened because Alexander Köhler, he wrote me on Facebook after we met at Blackpool, and he'd been playing around with the coins for many years. He has a set of his own. From before I put out the project, and he was wondering why I didn't work with the reverse polarity of the magnets, because that's such a fun thing. And I told him that I'd been playing around with different ideas, but I didn't feel like there was anything concrete that I could put in the project. But he gave me this idea that he's been doing for a while with it, where he holds the 3 coins in his hands and at his fingertips, and shoots one of the coins away, and it looks really fun and awesome. I don't know, I've mostly been using this for magicians, but I think it'll work for lay people as well. But the thing is, instead of stacking the coins in a sandwich like we've done for most of the routines, with the regular coin in the middle and the magnetic coins on top and on bottom, you turn over the top coin and grab it with your fingers, and then you can actually shoot the coin. What Alexander Köhler he suggests is turning one of the coins upside down. So instead of having the coin stacked like you normally would, with the magnetic coin on top face up, a regular coin, magnetic coin at the bottom face up, you would turn the topmost coin face down, so the reverse polarity would push the magnets apart. But if you put pressure on the side of the coins, it will stay until you let go very loosely. So when I let go of the coin, it will shoot. So you can shoot it straight upward, or you can shoot it to the side. And this makes for some really, really fun possibilities. So let's say I want to shoot the coin from left to right in an arc. If I let it go, it will go pretty far. But if I add a little bit of momentum, like when you do the muscle pass, if you turn the hand over and move it a little bit upward at the same time, you will gain a little bit of momentum that will propel the coin even higher. So do the same thing here, and just move the fingers like a centimeter while letting go. And suddenly you'll get a much further distance, or a much longer shot of the coin. So this is really fun playing around with, and this is the basic idea for the neon kickback routine, which I only use as an add-on for neon coins if people has already seen that routine, because it's I think it has a fun ending, since they're expecting the second coin to go, and then suddenly I'm like, oh damn it, I'm out of time. Let's skip to the end, and I produce all 3 coins. But let's go through the whole explanation for neon kickback. And if you want to learn more about neon coins, then go back to volume 1. So start with 3 coins in my right hand. I do a spread, and this is, I have them stacked, as I told before. One magnetic coin face up, a regular coin face up, even though that doesn't matter, and another magnetic coin face up, stacked in a nice, neat little sandwich. I have them in my hand, and then I put my thumb on top, and I spread backwards towards the palm of my hand. If I do that, and if I spread them the right distance, then the magnets won't interact with each other, as long as they're approximately this far from each other. So I spread, and I just feel when the magnets let go of each other, and that's my sweet spot. That's what I want to go for. So 3 coins in a row, and I talk about how the coins will travel once again from one hand to the other. I take the magnetic coin that's farthest away from me, and I place that in between my fingers, like so, like in a French drop position, if you will, between your left middle finger and your thumb. And then I do I've done that several times on this project. I do the forward jerking motion, so the 2 coins jump forward in my hand, so I can better reach the regular coin. Then I place that on the face of the first magnetic coin. Then I take the 3rd magnetic coin, and then I remember to place it opposite of the first magnetic coin. So I take the last magnetic coin and place it face down on the stack. And now I put pressure on the coins on the sides, so the coins don't shoot apart from each other. And be careful, because you can easily hit someone in the eye with this. Don't do that. Just hold them firmly in your fingers and say, now the first coin will travel from one hand to the other in slow motion. And then I focus on the coins. Sometimes I snap my fingers, sometimes I don't, but I go as I let go of the tension of the coin. So I go, and I catch it in my hand. So this is important. I catch it in my hand, and I look at what side is facing upwards, because I want it to be face up. So this time it's tail side up, so I'll just flip it over and make it face up. Then the coins in my left hand, remember, the top coin is a regular coin, the bottommost coin is a magnetic coin. So I let these go and catch them in, approximately finger palm position. So the magnetic coin is face up with a regular coin on top. And I want these coins pretty stacked. I don't want them lying like this. I want them stacked. So I use my left thumb or my fingers to help put them in a stack. So they're pretty much lying on top of each other. Then I take the other coin, and as in neon coins, where I do the steal of one coin, I move the hand over and say this coin came from over here and went over here. But because the magnetic coin is on the bottom of the stack, if I move the hand over, I will steal both of the coins. Of course, this is an exposed view, and this will be a dead giveaway. So I close my fingers a little bit around the coins. So I go, this coin traveled from all the way over here to over here. So now people think I have 2 coins in my hand here, but in reality it's empty. This is the most difficult part of the whole routine, because on the back of my hand I have 2 coins now, a regular coin sandwiched in between the 2 magnetic coins here. So if I move my hand sideways and move it just a little bit, one of the coins will definitely slide, and it will be horrible for the ending of the routine. So when I steal it, I try to hold my hand parallel to the floor. I don't tilt it as At least I try not to tilt it. And I want to perform this up close to the spectators. I don't want to do this 2 meters away from them. I want to be right under their noses so they're looking down on the coins. That's very important because you have really bad angles with the 2 coins. Now, they believe I have 2 coins in this hand and 1 coin on my open right hand palm. So what I do now is I say, let's try the second coin. And I turn my hands over simultaneously. But, and this is very important, when I turn over my right hand, I talk about this on Silver Edge Volume 1, it's very important that I bend my wrist. So I bend my wrist and point my fingers toward my body, because I want to hide my knuckles, because there's really bad angles here. I want to turn my hand inward, but I also, in this case, there's a coin on the floor. But I also, in this case, I want to make sure that I don't drop the 2 coins. So my right pinky goes underneath and grabs both of the coins. So it's they're clipped in like a Tenkai penny style grip. So this is very hard to do in slow motion. But as I turn my hand over, my pinky grabs the coins, and my wrist bends to sort of block the view of the coins, so you'll see this in the exposed view. And then my thumb contacts the coins. Let me see if I can do this. My thumb contacts the coins and pull them into the hand, so they're now in a nice stack, again, with magnetic coin, regular coin, magnetic coin. So in a moment I can open my hand and spread them again, as I did before. So all of this happens simultaneously. I steal the 2 coins from my left hand, close my fingers here, and I start turning my left hand first, and then I turn my right hand. I clip the coins, both coins, on the back of my hand with my right pinky, and my right thumb goes in to help the coins. And I guide them into my hand, so now I have 3 coins in a stack in my right hand, left hand is empty. Then I look at my watch and I say, as I say, let's try the second coin, I look at my watch and I go, oh man, sorry, we're out of time. Let's just skip to the end. So if you've seen neon coins, you know the flow of the routine is 1 coin at a time. It's a coins across routine, that's how it works. And then if I do a repeat showing of the thing, I normally go to this routine, because it has a different climax and it takes people off guard when I do this. Yeah, so neon kickback. Thank you, Alexander Köhler, for sharing this idea with the reverse polarity. That's really awesome. And we're going to talk a lot more about reverse polarity later on in the video. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome to Kim Andersen's Silver Fantasies finger workout program for the modern day magician. Let's start out by doing some ring finger pulls. It looks like this. Just don't pull too hard. It hurts like a motherfucker. Now, second step in the program is the pinky push down. This will bring you ladies, trust me. My favorite part of the whole thing is the thumb pop. Oh, you've seen these before, I'm sorry. Then the last part probably won't impress you either. So, 3 coins from nowhere. And by the way, if you believed in the whole Silver Fantasies program here, you probably also believed that I had 3 coins. Maybe you did. This is the explanation for Silver Fantasies, my take on a wiped clean on steroids, if you will. First off, I have to thank Mirja Dit, the creator of Finger Fantasies, the book and the video, for being so nice that he is letting me teach you guys his ring finger pull-off move and his pinky, telescopic pinky push-down thing. I don't know the names of them, But Mia has given me permission to teach you guys, and that's so awesome. I first heard about Mia when I was a teenager, and I got his VHS tape, and I started pulling my fingers off left and right. So do yourself a favor, go get his book, because his handling is a little bit different than me, and to be completely honest, it looks way better. And he pulls off all his fingers and puts them back on again. Completely awesome. Check out Finger Fantasies by Mia. You'll need your silver edge stack consisting of one magnetic $half, one regular dollar, sandwiched in between the last magnetic $half. So this stack goes into your left hand finger palm position. Now you do your whole pad or whatever you want to say, but I start out by pulling off my ring finger, and it looks like this. Pull it off like that, and I put it back on again like this. What's happening is basically I have these finger palmed coins, so I hide them from view by having the back of my hand towards the audience. But for an exposed view, I'll show you here. I go up and I grab my ring finger, and what I try to do is, as I go up, I push my ring finger behind my middle finger, and almost in between my middle finger and my index finger. I don't push it through like this. I just rest it in the small gap between the two fingers that I hold tightly together. So I push my ring finger up. This takes a little bit of practice. I have very stiff joints, so it's actually a bit hard to do. Some of you will feel this as a much easier thing than me. But with the coin still finger palmed, I push up the finger and I press it in. So my finger is actually against the second knuckles on my index finger and my middle finger, like this. So I push them in as I pretend to grab the ring finger, but from the front. It should look as if I'm grabbing the ring finger, but in reality I'm grabbing the middle finger. So now when my thumb is covering this gap, I lift up my index finger a little bit to make it look as if my middle finger should be here. Does that make sense? I'm not sure, but it's supposed to look as if there's three fingers here, and I'm covering the middle finger. So I'm pulling my ring finger, in reality my middle finger, with these coins still palmed, and as I go, I pull out. I angle my hand this way, because if you angle it too much this way, then you'll show the ring finger behind the hand. So you want to angle it this way and this way, away from the audience. So I'm not sure how this looks on the... Does it look good? Can you see the gap? Okay, great. So you want to angle it this way, thumb towards the audience, and fingers a little bit pointing backward. So, and at the same time, pushing your pinky down. This hurts really badly if you keep doing it for too long. So you want to get a picture like this, and you act as if you have the ring finger in your hand. My hand just swings down, and then as I go up again, I stretch behind. Let me show you this in exposed view. I just stretch my ring finger and I grab it with my hand and pull it like I'm trying to affix it to my hand again. So in full time it looks like this. In real time I do this. Place the finger on again, and I do this. So that's the ring finger. It hurts. You have to practice, but it'll get easier the more you do it. Okay. From here on, I do a move that I saw Rune Klan do first. We talk about that on Silver Edge Volume 1 again. But basically what I'm doing is the Furukawa Gary Kurtz steal of the coin, where I steal with my thumb. I'll go into details here, but basically I steal the coins from left hand finger palm with my thumb, and I roll them into right hand finger palm here, but I'll go into details about that. So I turn towards the spectators and pull my ring finger, and I talk about my pinky. And as I do that, my thumb slides down and contacts the coins, and you'll see this in the exposed view, contacts the stack of coins here. And as I steal it and roll it into finger palm in the right hand, I grab my left pinky and start pulling it. So now I utilize the Ramsey subtlety that we've talked about before, and I hide the $half in my hand. Okay, I can do that again. Go from here. Okay, so that's it. It's like a palm transfer thing, finger palm transfer. So now I'm holding on to my ring finger with the coins palmed in my right hand. And then I do this, the telescopic pinky move. Now Mer does even more with it. Mer did, he actually pushes the pinky completely into his hand, and that's another reason why you should get his book, because it looks amazing. I'm not going to teach you guys that because I don't use that, but I push the coin, push the finger into my hand like this, and I show it here, and I pull it out again. But what really happens in an exposed view from the side is that I grab the upper joint of the pinky, just above the knuckle of the pinky. I place my index finger just above the knuckle, but still so that you can see the tip of the pinky. And I'm going to bend these fingers to expose the view for you. And when I press down, I bend my pinky at the second joint. But my fingers keep pressure on the pinky tip, so it keeps pointing upward. And all of this happens right next to the ring finger. So when I do this, I also stretch my middle finger on my right hand to cover the joint, the bent joint of the pinky. So I do this, so people see like the pinky's been pushed into my hand. I tilt my hand down, and here this is important because people will be looking straight into your right hand. And remember, there's 3 coins palmed in it, in the finger palm. So when I do this, and I turn my hand over, it's important that I close the gap with my thumb and my fingers so there's no visibility into my hand. So now I show my telescopic pinky. So silly, I actually went to the university at one time, but I don't know why I ended up here. This is so weird to try to explain this to people, but it's awesome and I fucking love it. So this is it. Telescopic pinky. Down here, and remember to close that gap in your right hand. So now you show this and stretch it out again. And by doing that, you actually just pull your pinky, but don't pull too hard because you can actually hurt yourself. And then I turn my left hand over like this to sort of like screw the pinky back into the hand so it's in the right place or something. But I do that as a cover for actually pushing the stack of coins into curl palm. So while all of this is going on, I'm mostly moving my left hand. My thumb contacts the upper edge of the coins and turns them this much. So my ring finger can catch the coins in a curl palm. So in full time it looks like this. And my thumb does it at the moment it lets go of my pinky. So I'm going back and forth a couple of times, and then as soon as I let go, I go to reach for my thumb on the left hand with my index finger, ring finger, and thumb. Sorry, index finger, middle finger, and thumb of the right hand. So from here I go there, I put into curl palm, and I grab my thumb. So in real time it would look something like this. Okay, I'll do that again. Rolling motion like this, and here we go. So right now, this is the position. I'm grabbing my thumb with these 3 fingers, and I have the stack of coins in my right hand curl palm on the ring finger. So this is a very dangerous moment, because right now I'm holding on to my left thumb with my index, middle and thumb, middle finger and thumb of the right hand, and I have 3 coins in right hand curl palm on the ring finger. So there's very bad angles. If I tilt my hand like this or like this, people will be able to see the coins, and there's possibility of flashing. So right now, what I keep going on. So right now, what I keep telling myself in my head is that I need to push my middle finger and my ring finger together to leave this gap closed so no one can see it. And a good way of also doing this is to aim the back of the ring finger towards the spectator's eyes. So in this case, the camera is the spectator's eyes. I heard Mickey Wong talk about this recently, and he described it as being you should imagine that the spectators had lasers for their eyes. So imagine a laser beam going straight from their eyes. So if I do this, then you'll be able to see the coins up here. If I go do this, then you'll be able to see the coins under here. So always aim the finger towards their eyes. I'm not even sure if this is working because this is such a wide lens and I don't know. But imagine that their eyes are piercing your finger so they can only see the back in order not to see the coins. So just try to have that as a guideline. So right now the 3 coins are in curl palm in my left hand. I'm grabbing my hand here, and what I want to do now is go into the old famous thumb pull-off. I don't know who invented this, probably someone's uncle like 1,000 years ago, but definitely not mine, as you know already. But I go from here, and then this hand with the coins palmed, turn back side of the hand upwards, palm down, okay? So from here to here, and I really aim that at the spectator's eyes. Then I turn my fingers in to cover the thumb and these fingers, and behind my hand I do the thumb move. So I bend my left thumb, and I bend my right thumb, and I hold my 2 fingers in front of the gap between the 2 thumbs. So no one's going to believe that you're pulling your thumb off anyways, but this is the illusion that you're pulling off the thumb, putting it back on again. So I pull off the thumb, I look at people and I go, oh, so you know the secret already, and here, remember that you have to keep the coins hidden here, okay? So I go, and I say, oh, so you know the secret of this already. Well, then this last part won't fool you either when I produce the 3 silver $half from my hands. And what I do here is I pull off the thumb, I put it back on. As I move the thumbs together, I straighten out my right thumb behind the other thumb, behind the left thumb, and my fingers keep contact with this thumb, but it happens behind the hand behind the left hand. So I go, and I turn my hand palm out towards the spectators, and I keep my right hand perfectly still. So I don't want people to see anything. Sometimes if I'm really afraid of flashing, when I pull off the thumb, I don't even move the right hand, I move my left hand back. So I go, okay? And you don't have to make the sound with your mouth, but it makes it a lot more fun to perform. So I go, oh, like this. Open my hand so it looks like I'm holding on to the same thumb. And then I close my hand again, and behind my hand I push out the coins into my fingertips, and I do a spread, and I just produce them like this. So that's the production, and you could end it there if you want to. You could end it here by producing the 3 coins, going into routines or whatever you want. But what I like to do is to make the coins vanish again. So I drop the lowermost coin, in this case a magnetic coin, and it should be in your case as well. So I drop that coin into my hand, and then I drop the regular coin that's not magnetic, but I want it in the click pass position that I've taught you in a different part of this video and also in Silver Edge Volume 1. So I throw it in and I catch my flesh break thing with my finger, which is heavily inspired by Chris Kenner's click pass from Totally Out of Control. So 2 coins, the lowermost being the magnetic one, then the regular coin, the last coin being magnetic, and you throw that down and it contacts with the other magnet, but because of the gap you don't get this huge slam of coins clanging against each other. So now you have 3 coins, and I maneuver them around as I turn my hand over, so they're loose, so they're stuck together with no flesh in between them, and I push the coins into the heel grip position, but with my hand back towards the audience. And then I do this in so many different ways, but I wear glasses, so one of the most natural maneuvers for me is to make my hand come closer, my left hand come closer to my chest. I just adjust my glasses, and on the way down I steal the coins from the hand by using the billiard ball vanish that we've been talking about in several places in this video. So I do this. So I'll move my hand in front, I adjust my glasses, and I'll move my hand in front, and I let go of the coins, and I grab them on the swing down. I don't grab them by closing my fist, I just lightly catch them in my fingers, preferably in the fingertip position. If I'm wearing a ring, then I catch them nearer to the fingertips. So I go, so they're right here. And that's the billiard ball vanish. I was introduced to this by Rune Klan, who started using the coins together with that move, and he gave me permission to use it in the Silver Edge project. So thanks again, Rune. But that's pretty much it. Coins swing down, you make them disappear, and remember, you can manipulate these pretty much like any normal coin. If you feel the urge to do any sort of wiped clean, you can do this with the coins. You can put them in Ramsey subtlety. You can throw them all into the top hit if you have that. You can ditch them in a pocket. You can ditch them on a magnet in your back pocket. So many different ways of getting rid of these or doing something else, like producing them from someone's ear if you feel like you need to do that as well. So this is Silver Fantasies, and thanks again, Mia Jedit, for letting me teach this on the project. Go get his book, Finger Fantasies. Finger Fantasies, Finger Fantasies. Hi there! Welcome to the $3 lap dance. Take one coin from your thigh, put it in your left hand, and oh, sorry about that. I didn't hear that drop. Don't worry, I can do the world famous $2 lap dance just for you, my friend. You take one coin from your thigh, and that leaves a very broke magician if I don't figure this out soon. Sorry about that. I have an extra one, just in case of emergencies. So, oh, God damn it. So 1, 2 coins on my... Okay, fuck. You know what, Dwayne, let's just, let's skip this part, cut it out, and I'll take it from the top. Okay. World famous $3 lap dance. You take one coin from your thigh, and that leaves 2 coins. Once you, okay, put it in your left hand. Take the second coin, third coin. Oh, sorry. We had Chinese earlier today. Oh no. No, man. This is the world famous Chinese lap dance. Hi, this is the explanation for $3 lap dance. This originally started out as a routine with regular non-magnetic coins, and I used $1, and that's why it's called the $3 lap dance. But in this case, you use 3 coins, your Silver Edge set. You have one magnetic $1/2, you have a regular $1/2, and one magnetic $1/2, and I actually switched those out. So now they fit. Magnetic, regular, magnetic. And you place them on your thigh. So for the final transformation, I use 3 Magician's Chinese coins. You can use whatever you want. You don't have to use Chinese coins. The reason I use these is because I had them lying around and there's a hole in them. And I like the fact that they're bigger than the $1/2. They have a different color and they have a hole in them. It just seems more impossible to change something like this into this instead of, let's say, Kennedy halves into English pennies or something like that. There's a bigger difference in the change when it finally happens. But these 3, by the way, I have to tell you, this is a seated trick. You have to be sitting. I normally do it on a chair, but right now there's a big old nice comfy couch, so I thought, hey, why not? But the reason I'm sitting is because I'm using my, what are they called? Like, this is the elbow joint, so this must be the knee joint, the knee pit, I don't know, the back side of the knee. I use that as a holdout, and I take the 3 coins, and I do this while I talk to people. I get ready for the trick. I have the coins in the left-hand finger palm, and when it feels like the right moment, I wedge it in my knee pit. Let's call it that. You'll see that in the close-up. So I spread out 3 coins on my leg. I can have them up here. I can have them examined like we talked about in volume 1. But I place the coins on my thigh. I have the regular coin in the middle and a magnetic coin furthest away from me and closest to my body. So this is basically it. I say, take 1 coin from my thigh, and that leaves 1, and then it's gone. And I use the magnetic coin to steal the other magnetic coin, of course. And this is, as I talk about in the other Silver Edge volume, this is a steal that's, it's not mine, it's by Mr. Nakashima Kengo, who makes these super strong magnetic $1/2. And basically I have the coin on my open palm, and when I move it on top of the other coin, it sticks right through my fingers because the magnetics are so powerful that they go through the hand. So regular coin in the middle, I take this one, move it across my thigh, and thereby stealing the other coin. I don't slap my hand down on it. I literally just move my hand over with the magnetic coin right on top of the coin on the thigh, and the coin jumps by itself and sticks onto the back of my hand. So that's the steal, pretty much self-working. But I do this several times during the effect as a small discrepancy. But when I do this, I lift my left hand up at the same time, because I want people to look up and look into my eyes or look at my hand. I want their focus away from here, because even though this looks good, it looks even better if they lose focus for a second and look down and then the coin is gone, in my opinion. So at this point I'm like, whew, what happened? I didn't even hear that drop, as if I accidentally dropped the coin on the floor, on the carpet or whatever. Even if it's a hardwood floor, I don't care. I act as if, whoa, I didn't even hear that. So I pick up the regular coin with my left hand and I throw it on top. And in a second, we're going to do some switching around of the coins. I do that because I need this coin to be switched out with a magnetic coin, one of these coins. But I also do it to show my hands empty, sort of. I try to move the coins around casually so it thereby looks as if my hands are completely empty. So throw the coin onto the other coin. Remember, there's a magnetic coin stuck onto the back of my hand. And now this is a switch I showed in Silver Edge 1, but I'll teach you guys again. it's supposed to look as if, let's say we only had 2 coins in my hand, it's supposed to look as if I took 1 coin with my left hand and pushed out both coins at the fingertips. So this is what I'm aiming for in this move. But I have 3 coins in play and I only show 2. Magnetic coin on the back of my hand, magnetic coin on my fingers, and regular coin on top. Okay, so I move over and my left hand contacts the coin on the back of my hand with the fingers flat. I cover it completely. I put my right thumb on top of on the regular coin on my hand. So left fingers on the magnet coin on the back of my hand, right thumb on the regular coin on top of my hand. And as I turn my hands over like this, I sort of slide off, not sort of, I actually slide off the magnetic coin on the back. This is an exposed view, and push it into my fingertips, and at the same time I push the topmost coin into my fingertips, retaining the magnetic coin in my right hand in finger palm. Okay, so in a fluent motion it looks like this. Okay, so this is the switch. So I've switched the regular coin. It looks as if that's the one I'm taking with my left hand. I've switched that for the magnetic coin on the back of my hand, and instead of pushing the magnetic coin in my right hand out, I'm pushing the regular coin out. Doesn't make sense, but if you follow along, you'll see how it works. So I do this, I do the switch, and the switch happens here when my hands are blocking the view of the coins. So let's do that again. Switch happens in a sec, just a sec. So regular coin on top, switch. So this is a magnetic coin, this is a regular coin, and this, sorry about that finger, this is a magnetic coin. Okay, so now I have them switched, but I'm going to switch them again. And this is supposed to be just a very casual thing where I say, don't worry, I come prepared. Then I put these 2 coins together and switch them out. So now this is a magnetic coin and this is the regular coin. Other magnetic coin is still in finger palm. Nothing happened to that one. So I switch them out, place down this coin on my leg, and then I go up and I do, it's sort of a French drop spellbound thing, but I use it as a switch of the coins. So I have a magnetic coin here and a regular coin here. So I do this basically. Boop. And in exposed view, what I really do is I have this coin positioned in a French drop position. So in a second I can just loosen the grip with my thumb and the coin will fall down into my hand like this. But I do that as this hand covers the coin. So I put my thumb on the back of the coin in my hand so I can straighten my fingers. This coin is in finger palm. Straighten my fingers with my thumb on it. And as I cover this coin, I let it go and I just push this coin out into view. Okay, so now I've switched the 2 coins out.
You became a stranger.
place the magnetic coin on my thigh next to the other magnetic coin, but I don't push them too close because they will push each other away. And the important thing here is always, that's also the same thing as the beginning of the trick, I didn't mention that, but always when you place the coins on the table, have them facing the same way. I try to always place the coins with the Kennedy side facing upwards, because I just remember heads up all the time, and that makes it easy. So I put the Kennedy down, I put the other Kennedy coin down, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 centimeters away. When you play around with them, you know exactly where they start to move, so just put it far away so nothing happens. And now I have the regular coin in left hand finger palm. My hand relaxes like this, and in a moment I'm gonna point with my finger and use the Ramsey subtlety, like we've talked about in another instructional video. So it's gonna look as if this hand is empty, because my fingers are bent, and unless you do this, people can't see the coin. So in a second I'll do this using the Ramsey subtlety, while I pick up the first coin here, or one of the coins here, and steal the second one. Just like we did before with 3 coins, but now there's only 2, so we'll vanish the last coin on the thigh. So it looks like this. I say 2 coins on my thigh, I take one of them, and as I do that, I do the steal again. And it's important here that the left hand with the concealed coin moves first, because people will follow the first movement they see with their eyes. So when I do this, say let's take the first coin on the thigh, and that leaves, and then I look down, and there's no coin on my thigh. In reality, I stole it, and it's behind my fingers. And there's the regular coin over here. So I look down and I say that leaves one broke magician. And as I say that, I do a little subtlety that usually throws people off if they know the secret behind the magnetic coins. So I move my hand down. Remember, there's a coin on the back side of my hand. I move the hand down to my thigh. So my fingers, I don't put the hand flat down, but my fingertips are touching my thigh. And I pick up the top coin, one of the magnetic coins. And by doing that, I let go of the other magnetic coin that lands on the thigh. So I do this, I pick this up, I look at it, and I say, as I say, one broke magician. I move my hand forward, leaving the coin on my thigh, and I only do this if people are right in front of me. If they're sitting out here, I wouldn't do this trick. It's only for like 1 or 2, maybe 3 persons seated or standing right in front of me. So I leave the coin on the thigh. I move my hand forward as I casually spread my fingers. This is not a "look how empty my hand is" gesture. This is like a very, very relaxed way of just opening my fingers slightly, moving my hand forward. And as I've done that, I throw the coin down on my fingers, and remember to put it face up again, as before, always face up. So I do that, put it on my hand as I put my fingers back together again. And as I move back, I steal the coin once more. So in real time, it looks like this. Put the coin down, and I steal it again. Okay. So to people, to the people watching, now they've seen an empty hand here, and me picking up a coin with it, and an empty hand here. So they only see 1 coin left out of 3 in total from when we started. So now I have that, and I say, that's going to be expensive if I don't figure this out soon. And I say, luckily I brought an extra. And then I do this. Ow! And I pull a coin out from my beard. And don't worry, if you don't have a beard, you don't need to grow one. You can just as easily pull it out from under your cheek, not your cheek, your chin. If you want, you can pull it out of your mouth, or like this, just push it out into your fingertips. Be careful with your teeth though. You could just produce it out of nowhere, pushing it out at your fingertips, whatever you wanted. But I have a beard, I pull it out of my beard, and I like that because then I can grab the beard, and it actually hurts, and it adds realism to the whole effect because I get tears in my eyes, and it's very sad. I have to credit, for doing this, I have to credit a very, very talented Japanese magician called Jonio, who he's known as the Weird Beard Magician, and I won't spoil anything, but if you ever get a chance to see him, go watch it. It fooled the hell out of me, and he's amazing, amazing. It's not the same technique as he does, but he does a lot of pulling out stuff from his beard in a very, very magical way. So I thought I would credit him because he inspired me to use this specific thing. So I take the coin and I push it out at my fingertips while underneath my chin, and then I press it lightly against my chin, and the hair hides it. And then I grab the hair and I go, ow! And sometimes I pull hair out as well, like that. And that's part of the game. So pull it out and I say, oh man, that's weird. It happens once a week. Throw it on the magnetic coin on my hand, and just to backtrack, we have another magnetic coin on the back of my hand. And then I say, you know what? Let's do it with 2 coins, the $2 lap dance. And then as I say that, I take the regular coin firstly, place it on my thigh, and then my hand is on my thigh, by the way. Right now I'm resting my hand on my thigh. And then I take the magnetic coin on my fingers and I place it further away from me. And as I say, let's do the $2 lap dance, I lift my hand up, and I do the same thing with this hand. I say, let's do the $2 lap dance, lift my hand up, and then I place my hand on my left knee as I do this in preparation for what's going to happen next. And then I look down and then I realize that there's 3 coins on my thigh. Oh, what a surprise. And I'm like, come on. And I relax because it's sort of like the trick's over because, well, we're back from where we started, or maybe it hasn't begun yet, I don't know. But as I do that and as I relax, my hand is over here, my left hand, and I remember we have 3 coins lodged in our knee thingamy over here. So my fingers, and you'll see that in the exposed view, my fingers go down and press the Chinese coins against my thigh. I move my leg a little bit so to give space for my fingers to go in. And I grab the Chinese coins in a finger palm position, and you can do that without making any sound at all. So now I lean back and I say, you know what, let's skip that. I'll try the whole thing from the start again. Relax, 3 Chinese coins in my left hand, magnet, regular coin, magnet coin. Okay, magnetic coin, regular coin, magnetic coin. And then I'll do the complete same thing again. I'll say, you take 1 coin using the Ramsey subtlety, so I don't show the coins, but it seems as if my hand is empty. I take 1 coin from my thigh. I'll do the same motion, but I'll be sure that the magnetic coin is too far away from this magnetic coin, so I don't accidentally steal it. And then I go, take 1 coin and put it in my, and then I'm surprised. I act surprised that there's actually 2 coins on my thigh, because before it didn't work. I say, oh, great. 1 coin in my hand. And I throw this coin, I try to throw it casually in my hand, face up, importantly, face up. In my hand, so I don't flip it or anything, I just throw it so it lands face up in my hand, and be sure not to hit the other coins in the hand. But I let's see this in exposed view. Just throw it on my palm. And then I take the second coin, I do the same thing, mimic the same thing. I put this in my hand. Now, there's different ways of going about this. I use a special click pass where I utilize my wedding band. So I do this, so it sounds like I hit the coin, but in reality, I'm striking the coin against my finger ring. And this is, I'm going to go deeper through this in another effect, but this is basically based on Ponta the Smith's click pass from his DVD Sick. And thanks Ponta again for letting me use this. But I found out, and I can't take credit for it because I'm pretty sure that other magicians are using fingerings in the real world. But I pull the coin back like this, and I'll show it in the other video. But I'm pulling it back and I'm hitting it against my finger ring, so it sounds as if I'm banging the coins together. But if you don't wear a finger ring, might as well just do this. I'm not using the finger ring now. All right. So I jiggle the coins and actually just loosely let go of the Chinese coins in my hand. So they're still in the same position, but you just hear the sound. It's a little bit difficult to do, but to do that, and the Chinese coins make a sound. So now I have one magnetic coin, and I've pulled back the $50 in my hand here. So I do this. So it's in a finger palm position. So I take the third and final magnetic coin, second magnetic coin, but third and final coin. And as I throw it over here, I'm using Ponce the Smith's move again, where I put pressure on the coin here and I pull my thumb backwards so it contacts the regular coin in my hand. But at the same time, I move my right fingers on top of the magnetic coin in my left hand. So when I do this, the magnetic coin actually steals the other magnetic coin underneath. So right now in my hand I have two coins, magnetic coin, regular coin that is sandwiched in between my fingers and the magnetic coin, and then on the back I have a magnetic coin again. So the last coin looks like this. Okay.
Someone I don't know that. You made me feel
I move my hand away over here and I close my fist around what is only now the three Chinese coins. So several things happen here. Stolen the final magnetic coin using the Ponce the Smith click pass, like that. You close your hand around what is now only the three Chinese coins. And now there's several ways of going about this. You could just blow on your hand and make them turn into Chinese coins, or you can do this that Dwayne Williams he suggested, and I love this idea. This is so fucking funny. You go, sorry, we had Chinese earlier today, and you open your hand and then you're like, oh, shit. So it comes as a surprise that your burp actually turns them Chinese. It's a nice offbeat moment that creates a really good laugh. So that's a really good way of doing it. But as you do this, this also covers as misdirection for what happens in your right hand. So, as you know, there's a magnetic coin stuck to your fingers. This hand is against your thigh, and this is a bit knacky. You have to try this out to make it work. But I press my fingers forward. So, and you'll get this in an exposed view. I press my fingers forward so the coin slides off the back of my hand, and then I let it slide in again on bottom of the stack. So the magnetic coins are now in like sandwiching the regular coin. You'll see this in the close-up. So I slide the coin off and I make a gap for it to come in between my fingers and the two other coins again, like this. So now it's a stack in my hands. And now I do a move I saw Carl Cloutier do on his Topping DVD from the 80s or 90s, like a really good video if you're into Topping, by the way. But what Carl does is he throws a ball. In this case, he has two balls. He throws one ball from one hand to the other, and at the same time he switches, or he secretly tosses back another ball. So it looks like this: 3 coins at my fingertips, and now 3 coins in my right hand, and the silver stack is the silver edge stack is in my left hand now. So it looks like this. Again, 3 coins. And what happens is, I'm not sure how it works on camera, but in real life, your eyes just you follow the visible coins, and you don't see the stack going the other way. But basically, what happens? Let's do it with the one China coin only, Chinese coin. I do this, throw it from one hand to the other, and at the same time I throw these back. So this is a As I turn my hand my right hand over to catch the Chinese coins, I send the other coins into my left hand as it turns down. So it's like a.
But it's over now.
And it looks like this. Like that. Okay, that's a bad example, but like that. Then immediately I try to place my left hand with the stack on my left leg. I spread these coins out. I relax. I don't know, say something about outsourcing, whatever. And as soon as I get a chance, my left hand slides down and pushes the stack into the gap in my behind my knee, as actually the same place as the Chinese coins came from. So that's it. And when you're completely done, you just stand up and you grab the coins from your leg, and you're ready to go. That's it. This is $3 lap dance. Thank you. Wow, that worked.
What a catch.
Wow. So just a quick note, an alternative to the steal of the 3 silver coins from the left hand, where you have the Chinese coins finger palmed, could be to use the almost self-working Himber Vanish from volume 1 that looks like this. You throw 1, 2, 3 coins in the hand and you end up with only these. I'm not going to go through the whole teaching of this here, but you can watch it on the video.